Now at 6, medical authorities report a rise in respiratory illnesses in southeast Kansas. Plus, authorities charge a Joplin man in connection to property damage at a courts building. And Carthage junior high students get a possible glimpse into their future.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Southeast Kansas has seen a small increase of respiratory illnesses. This is KOAM News. I'm Tanya Bach. KOAM's Nellie Lopez stopped by the Community Health Center of Southeast Kansas to get an insight of what is spreading.
According to the CDC, there has been a rise in respiratory illness across the state of Kansas. But it's not something new to Southeast Kansas.
In terms of whether or not that's more numbers than normal, it seems like it's always pretty consistent during respiratory season, and it has been certainly this time. But it's still there. I know that I diagnosed quite a few COVID cases just the other day, 4 in one day. So it certainly is still around.
But COVID isn't the only thing going around. Kansas Department of Health and Environment show there has been an increase of influenza cases with the new year.
Respiratory illnesses kind of all come together. So we see COVID, we see flu, we see RSV, especially in kiddos, but then I've even had adults who have been hospitalized most recently with RSV, so it's certainly going around. So this is kind of the time of respiratory illness. So be aware, be diligent. If you are exposed to someone who has an illness, get yourself tested, get yourself seen.
Whether it's COVID or the common cold and flu, remember to take precautionary measures to protect yourself and others.
Especially if you've been exposed or you're feeling sick, it's best to stay home, self-isolate, and not possibly expose other people to any sort of virus that you might have. If you get, let's say, diagnosed with COVID in the early stages and you do have some risk factors for possibly worse disease, you can take a medication called remdesivir, which is a medication that we use to kind of help improve the symptoms of COVID and potentially decrease the risk of worse COVID outcomes.
In Pittsburgh, Nellie Lopez, KOAM News.
Dr. Emily Linhar says it's time to get checked by a professional once you start feeling fatigue and shortness of breath. Meteorologist Austin Stantz joins us now with a first look at weather.
As we head into the evening hours, a little bit of cloud cover begins to move in. Can't completely rule out a flurry or two, especially off to our northeast. Notice temperatures still fairly mild even as we reach the midnight hour, but then as we head into the overnight, cold front passes, temperatures take a dive out there. We're going to see that cold front pass and winds are going to be gusting anywhere about 25 miles per hour, maybe even 30 at times. Calming down early Saturday morning, but then picking back up Saturday afternoon into the evening hours. So heading out the door for your Saturday, look at this. Temperatures not really going anywhere most of the day. We don't make it out of the upper 20s for your Saturday. What's worse out there, temperatures going to feel like the single digits at time, going to be very cold out there. So we're going to be talking about sub-zero wind chills coming up, the windy weekend that I'm tracking, and a few flurries that could be on the way as well.
All right, thanks, Austin. Jasper County authorities issue charges in a property damage case from December. Authorities charge this man, Dylan Lehman of Joplin, with property damage in the first degree in connection to a case from December 16th of last year. Ailman was arrested at his house 2 days ago and taken to the Jasper County Detention Center in Carthage. The case stems from an incident on December 16th. Authorities say 2 individuals riding scooters on the sidewalk of the court building crashed them into pillars, causing significant damage, totaling more than $12,000. Major land development deal could be coming to Joplin, but not without some questions and controversy. Next Tuesday, the Joplin City Council will vote on a potential land annexation. The plot of land measures 540 acres and is located on the corner of West 20th Street and Central City Road. The expectation is that if the annexation vote passes, it will be transformed into a data center, an idea that is stirring up controversy among residents.
I think there needs to be some transparency. I feel like many residents feel like this was snuck up, and under the wire, like they were trying to pull a fast one on us. There's a feeling in the city of Joplin among residents of mistrust of the city government.
A special meeting will be held next Tuesday, January 20th at 5 p.m. and will be followed by a public hearing at 6. We'll have more on this story tonight on KOAM News at 10. Students at Carthage Junior High got a hands-on look at future opportunities during today's career fair. More than 35 community vendors filled the building, introducing students to careers ranging from technical trades to public service and healthcare. Before the event, students completed a career aptitude test that matched them to pathways and suggested booths to visit, helping them focus on jobs connected to their interests and strengths.
You a good learning experience on how to get started, basic level, entry level positions, and then you kind of grow from there. A lot of kids have asked about a college degree. Don't necessarily have to have a college degree to start. It helps, but it kind of give you a good starting point of a career oriented task.
The school says community support makes the event possible, giving students direct access to the people, skills, and opportunities shaping their future. The return of the king coming up, how an MLK statue damaged in a deadly tornado makes its return to a Missouri community. But up first.
Stella, Missouri can be the home of many different bald eagles, but this year, people have spotted one that is very different. I'm Ty Parks and I have the story coming up.
People are flocking to Stella, Missouri in hopes of snapping a pic of a rare bald eagle. KOAM's Ty Parks learned they're bringing patience with them as they hope to catch a glimpse.
It's no secret, if you want to spot a bald eagle in southwest Missouri, you're headed to Stella.
We come every year. We love to come and see them. They're just so majestic in the trees, and sometimes we see hundreds and sometimes we don't see very many, but it's just great to see them. It's awesome.
Coming to see the eagles are a family tradition.
I brought my mother the year before she passed, and we came up over a hill, and there were about 100 sitting right there by the road, by the tree. And I mean, that's just so awe-inspiring to see. But you can go back to that same spot, and they may never be there again. So it's just kind of the thrill of the hunt.
People are driving to see a very special bird out there, a leucistic bald eagle.
So leucism is a genetic condition that causes partial loss of pigmentation. So some of their feathers just don't have any color. It's a little bit different than albinism or being albino, because that is a complete loss of pigmentation. So it's just partially they don't have any pigment.
So I thought it would be worth trying to at least get a shot of it like that. Haven't had much luck yet. Yeah.
And they share their tips on how to spot the bald eagles, even if you're not looking specifically for the white one.
They hunt for fish a lot of times. So a lot of times they're looking for something like that, or maybe like there might be a pond that there's, like ducks, things like that sometimes.
It's also about knowing where to look.
And also when they're in trees, they're usually on a top of a branch that usually reaches out a little ways. They're not, every once in a while they're tucked in, but most of the time you'll see them at the edges of a tree more.
In Stella, Missouri, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Missouri Department of Conservation will hold eagle watching tours. You can check out their website for more dates. A little later, the history of northeastern Oklahoma comes alive thanks to members of the community. And Austin returns next with your complete look at your forecast.
Well, if you have a heating blanket tucked away somewhere, closet, dresser, you're going to want to break it out for this weekend. This was the cold front that passed yesterday. Right behind here is our second cold front that passes this weekend, bringing some Arctic air. We're going to see an Arctic high develop behind that move in this weekend. Give us some sunshine, but don't let the skies fool you out there. It's going to be bitterly cold. Also, not ruling out the chance of just a brief flurry or two as we head into the overnight hours. Check this out. So here we go. We see some cloud cover move in earlier today. Now we're going to start to see the opportunity for just a little bit of moisture to get trapped aloft in these clouds, and that's going to give the chance for maybe a flurry or two, especially off to our north and east. So Nevada, Stockton, could you see a flurry or two tonight? Sure. Is it going to amount to anything? No, we're not going to see much out there, but take a look at how mild these temperatures still are by the midnight hour. Still near 31 degrees out there. But then that cold front passes. Cloud cover gets kicked out of the area. Temperatures taking a dive out there into the lower 20s overnight. We're going to drop to around 21 degrees tonight. A few flurries can't be completely ruled out. Wind chill is going to be 5-10 degrees. Going to be very cold. So the heating blanket, if you have one, plug that thing in tonight. We're going to see gusts around 30 miles per hour as we head into the evening and overnight hours. As we head into tomorrow, temperatures don't go anywhere. We're at 21 overnight, only making it up about 7 degrees for tomorrow. for a high of 28. Skies will clear as we head into the afternoon. See gusts of around 25. That's going to feel like pins and needles on the face out there. But take a look at this. So here we are heading into our Saturday morning and afternoon. Again, temperatures really not making it out of the upper 20s. Some brief cloud cover, but that clears out as we head into the afternoon. Here comes that second cold front now. Temperatures heading down near single digits out there. Winds out of the northwest. Going to be very, very cold. Now, notice that winds do shift back out of the south Sunday at 6 a.m. here. A warm front will pass, but it's going to be a bitterly cold start. But then temperatures are going to rise rather quickly as we head into your Sunday. Now take a look at this. Here's our feel-like temperature as we head into Sunday morning. -1 Nevada, 1 degree in Joplin, 0 in Springfield, 4 degrees in Bella Vista. That's what it's going to feel like on your skin. Frostbite definitely possible in as little as 30 minutes. Now here we are. Winds coming out of the northwest there as we head into our Saturday. But as we move our way into Sunday, that's when we're going to see our winds shift back out of the south Sunday, bringing in that warm front for us. Warmer air will be on the way Sunday, but not until the afternoon. Check this out, 44 degrees. So we start around 10 degrees and we go up 34. Holy cow. Back down to 33 on Monday. Take a look as we head into the middle part of the week. 46 on Tuesday, Wednesday 43. Tracking our next system during the late week with the potential of a few showers by the weekend.
All right, don't forget you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. The KOAM Skywatch weather app. A beloved symbol returns to North St. Louis. The city's only public statue of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. stands ready for rededication after months of painstaking restoration. The bronze figure was toppled when an EF3 tornado ripped through the city last May. Renowned sculptor Bob Rocca donated thousands of dollars in work to bring the icon back to life.
It sheared all 4 bolts off, just sheared them right off. So something big hit it. The hand was gone. The head, I had to literally cut half of the head off because it had a dent that was probably 4 inches deep. Big split across its back. The base was broken in half.
Well, the Incarnate Word Foundation and Regional Arts Commission provided $9,800 for repairs. The total value doubles that amount. Community leaders say the restoration gives residents hope for wider recovery in North St. Louis. Still ahead, the Wyandotte Bears have their new football coach following the retirement of Doug Buckmaster. Plus, the Colgan Panthers boys basketball team has been dominant over the last month. We'll hear from the team coming up in sports.
After starting the season with a 1-2 record, the Colgan boys basketball squad has been unbeatable, winning each of their last 8 matchups, currently sitting at the top of the CNC League standings. And a key to the Panthers' winning streak is an unselfish style of play. Colgan is locked in with a we mentality, not a me, playing for the name on the front of their jerseys. A motto that this team lives by is one more, making the extra pass and going all out every play.
We're rolling, I think. I think that we're high-spirited and we're really confident. Everyone's confident with their shot, not willing to pass up open shots, and we're just confident with our game right now.
We all just look out for each other and know we're going to get our own. If we just continue to share the ball, everybody's going to be able to score. And it's never like tonight needs to be my night. It's about this needs to be our night as a team, and just continue to share the ball and do well.
When we're unselfish, I think we're a pretty darn good team, and so that unselfishness, I think when if we're ultimately going to get to where as far as we can get in our season and be the best we can be, I think that unselfish play, and then as well that gritty, scrappy mentality of doing those hard work things, the playing defense, locking in and rebound and things like that. I'd say those 2 things are really going to stick with this group.
With postseason play rapidly approaching, the Panthers' schedule features tough competition against bigger schools. Over the next week, Colgan will clash with Carl Junction and play in the Frontenac Invitational, with opportunities to face schools like Bonner Springs and Blue Valley Southwest. Talking to the team, they expressed excitement with their upcoming slate, knowing every game will help prepare them for the playoffs.
Last year, played a tough schedule and really played quality opponents that challenge us, make us better on a nightly basis, show us what we need to improve on. And then last year, felt like that definitely showed up once postseason play got here is, hey, we've been in good games, we've been in tight games when really our best is needed, and so we got to have our best. And so, yeah, just like that Hoops and Halos tournament, just like the Frontenac tournament here, it's going to require us to be at our best.
We know we're going to have some big-time competition coming up in the state tournament, so these games are just going to get us prepared and ready, and we're ready for the challenge. We think we can hang with them, and we're going to give them our shot.
Playing in those big games so we're prepared for the bigger ones towards the end of the season. I think it just helps build confidence. Even in the losses, there's stuff we can take to get better from that.
Colgan's tough stretch begins tonight in Carl Junction against the Bulldogs. Tip-off set for 7:30. Last month, Wyandotte football head coach Doug Buckmaster announced his retirement, and it didn't take long for the Bears to find their next head coach, hiring a familiar face in the 4 states. On Thursday, Wyandotte announced the hiring of Miami's Zach Gardner. Gardner spent the last 8 seasons with the War Dogs, leading them to 4 playoff appearances. Prior to his time with Miami, he was a head coach at Afton, leading the Eagles to a Class A state championship in 2017. Gardner replaces the 4 states legend and Buckmaster, who coached at Carl Junction, Joplin, Carthage, Riverton, and Northeast Oklahoma A&M. During his tenure with the Bears over 3 years, Buckmaster revitalized the program. Before arriving in 2023, Wyandotte had 4 straight losing seasons, and the longtime coach leaves with an overall record of 25-9 and a state quarterfinals appearance. That's it for sports. We're back with more after the break.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. A data center may be on its way to Joplin. We'll take a closer look at what this could mean for the city. Plus, the cost of copper is on the rise, as is copper theft. We take a look at the impacts and the push to make esports attractive to more people. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. To be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for KOAM News app. Well, Ottawa County's Ridge Past is set to be the focus of a historical conference in February. The Miami Public Library is gearing up for their Homegrown History Conference, a week-long program based around the history of northeastern Oklahoma. Guest speakers include Native tribe elders, historical society members, and local historians. They'll give presentations and insight on the people and industry that paved a way to the present day.
Preservation, learning how to kind of keep this history safe, how to preserve it, how to donate it, how to just make sure that this history stays around so that we can continue to talk about this.
The conference is set to take place February 23rd through the 28th at the library. Harvey says the library wants to express thanks to the local businesses who have pledged to donate food for the conference. Here's Austin with a final look at your forecast.
A bitterly cold weekend ahead for us. 28 degrees Saturday. We jump up Sunday, but it's going to start at 10 degrees, making its way up to 44. Back down to 33 on Monday. As we head into the middle part of the week, a little bit of consistency there, and then I'm tracking our next system that could bring some showers as we head into the later part of the week into next weekend.
Well, thank you for watching. We'll see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better weekend.